Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Dami. If you're new here, I'm a YouTuber based in London, Ontario, Canada, and I love to share my life or content about how you can relocate to Canada, especially as a student, because that was how I got to this country. Please join the family by clicking on the subscribe button down below, and also don't forget to like my content. Don't forget to share, because I share very amazing, helpful and useful content. Okay, in today's video I'm not going to waste your time at all. It's going to be quick and very useful to you. I know this is I'm filming this video in July, and it's going to be very useful for people that are planning on coming to Canada very soon. I know most students right now that are resuming in September must have gotten their study visa approved, and some people may just still be waiting for their study visa to be approved. And aside students as well, this video is also going to be helpful to people that are coming to Canada, maybe to join their spouse on spousal visa, or maybe people that are coming to Canada with their permanent residency. So stick around to the end of this video. It's going to be very useful to you, and trust me, you don't want to miss anything. Today's video is going to be majorly about things to bring to Canada once you're coming to Canada. Important things you don't want to leave out, what you should pack and what you should leave back. So I have my list which I'm going to be looking at, and I don't want to miss out anything. I'm going to start really quickly, and the first thing I have on my list right here is your passport. Obviously you don't want to come to a country without your passport. They are not even going to let you fly from Nigeria, so, or from whatever country you're coming from. They are definitely not going to let you fly. So bring and pack your passport. You need that. I don't even think I need to explain that. So bring your passport. The next thing on my list is your necessary documentations. Everything you think is important, everything you think you need. Trust me, you need everything. You need to bring everything that you think is solely important to you, everything you know that you'd be needing, you would maybe have to refer to maybe later in the future, or maybe even as you arrive. You need to bring those stuff. So when I was coming, I brought like copies of each of my documents. I brought my undergrad study certificate, I brought my birth certificate, like I brought copies of my birth certificate, I brought copies of, like, you already understand what I'm trying to say. You need copies of every important document that you may own. Like, you need to even bring the original. I think you need to bring the original. If you can't bring the original, you can maybe leave it back, but it's important for you to bring the original, because sometimes you may need to, maybe you're applying for something, they may ask for the original copy of this, the original copy of that, and to, instead of having to reach out to people in Nigeria, people in your country all the time, I think it's just wise for you to already have it here, so that you don't have to keep paying for DHL or pay for courier services to send your documents down to you. Doesn't make any sense. So moving forward from that, I would say the next important thing that you need is your charger. The charger they use in this place is very different from what they use back home, and in most countries people may be coming from. I don't know where you're watching from, but in Nigeria we use I don't know what it's called, but the three kind of it's I don't know what it's called, but if I have a picture I would insert the picture of what we usually use in Nigeria. And in Canada they use type A or type B adapters. That's what they use in this place, type A or type B, and it's very different from most countries. Or if you're living in the US, it's definitely the same thing as the US, but if you're coming from a country like Nigeria, you need to bring an adapter that would be able to work for you, because if not, you would have to arrive and start looking for a way to get a charger head, or maybe having to look for a way to get an adapter. And honestly, I don't advise people to come and in their first week they're already spending unnecessary money on things that are not important. So bring a type A or type B adapter. Then the next thing, for people coming in September, you really don't need a winter jacket, because it's not really cold. I'm not sure why I said it's not really cold in September, October. Please scratch that. It gets cold from the end of August into sometimes into September, into October. It's already getting cold. So please, if you can, bring something very light, maybe not a very thick winter jacket, but try to bring something that can catch a bit of cold. Maybe not a denim jacket. please scratch that. I would say you should bring maybe a sweater, or you should bring something just a bit thick. You can bring maybe a denim jacket. Even a denim jacket should be able to work most of the time, because it's really not cold in September and October. It starts getting very, very cold in maybe at the end of October towards November is when you start experiencing so much cold. But if you want to, if you are trying to maybe not spend when you arrive, you may want to bring a winter jacket. But trust me, any winter jacket you are bringing from a country like Nigeria, it's not going to catch the cold in this country. You would eventually still need to spend money to buy another winter jacket when you have that money too, because it's not really going to catch the cold. It's really not going to help you. It's not really sustainable. That's just the truth. Most of those winter jackets, I remember when I was trying to get my winter jacket from Yaba. I bought my winter jacket from Yaba, and when I got it, I told the guy that I'm going to Canada. I was like, oh, okay, I'll go and look for the cheapest one. I know my Canada customers. And he went, the one he brought was really helpful. It was really useful. It was a bit good. I was able to use it for a couple of months. I think I bought a winter jacket here maybe 4 or 5 months after I arrived. It was even already outside winter. It was already I think I bought my winter jacket in spring or in summer of last year, so I utilized my winter jacket a lot. So if you would like to, you can maybe buy a winter jacket from Nigeria, but you're not coming during the cold, so it may really not be so important for you to bring a winter jacket. And another thing you need to bring is your laptop, for sure. Like, it's not like it's a compulsory thing. It's not like it's like a must, like a do or die. You can decide to come here and get a laptop. You can even decide to get a laptop on contract and be paying monthly. It's your choice. But when I was coming, I brought my laptop and it's still serving purpose. In fact, I still use my laptop up until now. It's been over 2 years, and I've had laptops in maybe 2019 or maybe 2020, maybe early 20, I think 2019. I actually got the laptop in 2019 and I came to Canada end of 2020. So I've had the laptop for about 4 years now, and it's still serving purpose. So some things that you can maybe save coin on, just bring it, just pack them. You can go to Computer Village and get a laptop for cheap, and it will still serve you purpose for like a year. So think of that. The next thing I'm going to say is the clothes you should bring. So you're coming into this country and you're feeling like, I'm going to come and start dressing gay. I understand, but all your Nigerian clothes, you really don't need them. You would get here, even if you're trying to save up some money, even if you're trying to maybe not spend so much, there are thrift stores that you can buy things from. There are so many thrift stores that you can get things for very, very little amounts and it will still be nice. So don't pack a full box of clothes. I made that mistake, and a lot of the clothes I did not wear. So don't bother packing a full box of clothes. It's really not necessary. You can pack maybe all the clothes you need should be maybe half of your box, or maybe your hand luggage. I'm just saying, like, that's the size of clothes you need. You don't really need a lot of clothes, like just a couple of jeans, maybe a pair of sneakers, and maybe one sandal. I think that's basically all you need. You don't need to bring heels. You can maybe bring one pair of heels, but you really don't need it, because these things are easily accessible in this place. There are things that you can easily get, especially when you start working and you start making money. Most of the things that you would want to be using your money for is to be shopping. Like, there's really nothing so much, there's not much fun in Canada, trust me. It's not really a fun place. There's really not much activities that you say, okay, that's what you be spending your money on. So most times what you're spending your money on is maybe shopping, going out to eat and stuff like that. So when you start working, you start shopping. Trust me, half of the clothes I brought from Nigeria, I never got to wear them. Then another mistake I make that people actually told me, but I'm like, I'll wear it. Don't bring Ankara, don't bring lace, don't bring all those things. You don't need it. Like your native attire, you don't need it. You're not going to wear it. I only wore, I brought a couple of Ankara, like I brought a few, and I only wore my Ankara. There was one Ankara top I really liked, and maybe because I came in COVID, maybe that was also a factor for me. But trust me, a lot of people I know, they never get to wear the Ankara because there's nowhere they're wearing it to. There's nowhere you're wearing lace to. Even if people are getting married, if you're going for weddings, you're wearing English clothes, you're not wearing lace, so you're not going to wear it. There was a time I made a video one time like that. I'm going to insert it up somewhere, that I wore Ankara out of the house, and somebody literally harassed me. It was coming after me. It was running, like he literally was harassing me and telling me he knows I'm Nigerian and blah 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 blah. It's a story time. I'll insert it somewhere there, and if you want to watch, please feel free to click on that video. So you really don't need Ankara, you're not going to wear it. Moving on, so you need to bring extensions, you need to bring attachments, you need to bring wigs. As a lady, you need to bring wigs, you need to bring attachments, you need to bring just things that you can use to, like, things you can easily wear on your head. You need, when I went to trade fair to go and shop for wigs. Some of them did not really last me for long because they were not really good wigs like that, but they helped me for a couple of time, like for a couple of months, before I started buying wigs for myself in this place as well. If you can, bring maybe 2-3 wigs. If you can, bring like a bunch of extensions, bring a bunch of attachments, bring a bunch of crochet. Like, you need all those things. You need all those things because they are very expensive here. And as a guy, think about bringing your clipper, think about bringing your beard oil, think about bringing all those things that you know you need to keep yourself groomed for the first few weeks that you get here, because you don't want to be looking untidy because you are looking for where to stay, or because you're still trying to figure out your life in Canada. You don't dash out your clipper, you need it here. Okay, so bring that if you can. So moving away from that, you bring a few medications if you can. When I was coming, I brought paracetamol, tetracycline, because I have a very funny system. Sometimes my system can be very funny, so I brought tetracycline and flagyl. You can decide to bring ibuprofen if you're a lady and maybe you always have menstrual cramps. You can decide to bring Felvin if that's what works for you. Moving on, I'm going into the most important, the most anticipated part of this video. So foods that you should bring. You know, when I said that you don't need clothes, when I said that half of your box should be clothes, the remaining half, because you are entitled to two 23 or 25 kg luggage, then you're also entitled to one 8 kg carry-on. So when you're coming, that's one full 23 or 25 kg luggage. It should be food. Like, it should be food, because you're gonna need it. You're definitely going to need food, African food. I wish I can overemphasize. I can't just overemphasize this. You need African food. Some of the African food you should bring includes, but not limited to, ogbono, Egusi, crayfish, fish, any fish of any kind, stockfish, dry fish, panla fish, smoked fish, smoked catfish, fish. You need it. Any kind, you need it, because it's very expensive in this place. Then you need spices, soya spice, Cameroon pepper, grounded pepper, pepper soup spice, and yeah, those spices you definitely need. I won't say you should bring Maggi. If you want, you can bring like maybe seasoning cubes, maybe Maggi or any seasoning cube you usually use, just so that you can still have a taste of a feel of the Nigerianness inside your food. But trust me, they have very amazing, nice seasoning cubes in this place as well, or seasoning powder, anyone you want to use. They have very nice ones here as well, so you really don't need to pack that. You need to bring gari. If you usually drink gari or usually eat eba, you need to bring gari. You need to bring elubo. Elubo, for people that eat amala, you know what elubo is. You need to bring elubo. If you can bring maybe poundo. If you can, it can be heavy a bit, so I'll say you should try avoiding things that are too heavy. But if you can bring poundo, bring iru or whatever you call it. If locust bean, some people call it ogiri, so bring that. Bring as much as you can and just keep them dried. Dry it, because nobody wants to smell that, but keep it dried. Bring your ogiri. If you can as well, you can decide to bring some snacks, some of those Nigerian snacks that you're used to taking, maybe some biscuits or maybe noodles, indomie, that Nigerian indomie. We have it here as well, but you can decide to bring, just maybe spread the pack of the Nigerian indomie into your luggage. Also bring some dried vegetables that you can get, those dry scent leaf, dried bitter leaf, those dried vegetables that you can bring, or vegetables that you can dry and bring. You can bring that as well, but I wouldn't say you should bring maybe any serious vegetable that will spoil eventually. Just bring dried ones, maybe dried bitter leaf, dried scent leaf, some of any dried vegetables that you may use. I know Igbo people have a lot of vegetables that they use for spicing up their foods or their soup. You can decide to bring some of that as well. And yes, I would say those are the things that are very important for you to bring. Please don't bother bringing yam. It's too heavy. It's going to take so much space in your luggage, because you are entitled to only 23 kg, and you don't want yam to take up 5 kg of your luggage. So you don't need to bring yam. You don't need to bring pasta or spaghetti. You don't need to bring vegetable oil. You don't need to bring palm oil. If you want, you can maybe bring small bottle of palm oil, maybe like 2 small Eva bottle, or like water bottle of palm oil. You don't want to take anything that is too large. And if you're even bringing palm oil, you need to freeze that palm oil, because you don't want it to spread or break and just spill all over your luggage and spoil everything you have in your luggage. So yeah, that is that. And if there's any other thing you think is important for people to bring, please leave it in the comment section. If you're watching this video and you are maybe in Canada or America or any part of abroad that you think is important for people to have to survive in their first few weeks, few months in the country, please leave it in the comment section. I've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed this video, I know you definitely did, so that's not even a question. Please like this video, please share, please subscribe, and I can't overemphasize on the subscribe. Please subscribe. It is for free. They are not selling the subscription, so please subscribe, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next